I was just listening to my brother. He said something too real. He said it's something powerful about suffering. One of them individuals I keep closer don't take your name, that, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all be just destroying stuff. Just destroying everything. Starting out with the women when it come down to a man. Just tie them up. But anyway, I don't know what's really going on out there when it comes down to relationships. But here's my advice with relationships, y'all. I got some absolute great advice. And it ain't even just advice, it's wisdom. Understand how to hold your own. See, it take time to hold your own. Take time, quick precision, swift precision. You gotta really embrace life for what it is. You gotta go to that back to that busted up room. You gotta go back to that I ain't got no more money for makeup. You, you gotta go back to that busted up car. You gotta go back to the drawing board sometime. But it's power in suffering. My God, when he said that, I got cheated. Well, I really didn't, but it almost came around. But just you know how it is. Just gotta tell the truth. But it's power in suffering, y'all. My God, he nailed it when he said that. Find yourself. Cause when you real with yourself, when you ain't got nobody to hold your hand to make you strong, that's why I said some of the most greatest people that I ever met in my life, females especially, was at a hard working ass plant job, no offense to that. But some of the worst I done met is in there as well. And boy, you ought to see them when they have conflict with one another. It be like good girls against bad girls. Sight to see, I tell you the truth, sight to see. But these games that they playing, see, y'all had to take my identity. God told me this. This is what God told me. My father told me this. When he put me in this situation, he said they're going to take everything from you. But God seen how, I felt like God seen how much time I put in that studio by myself and seen I wasn't getting no credit. Them haters was just jugging me. No credit at all. But God saw the work I put in. So let's look at it at a basic. Let's not look at it as this huge biblical thing. Let's just look at it as how God felt about me as being just a normal human trying and not getting anywhere. God was like, I'm gonna take the studio, I'm taking everything from you, and I'm gonna put you in the front yard, put you on display, and the way your ex-wife did you, we're gonna utilize that. They're gonna take everything from you. They're gonna take your identity, they're gonna take everything from you. But somehow, some way, by them taking everything from you, it's gonna put you in front of the whole world. The whole world gonna see how brilliant you really is. And then God and my grandma was talking to each other. And my grandma was talking about women that she wanted me to have. God said he wanted me to be by myself. So I lean more towards what God said. Because normally what the Father say, that's how it's gonna go. So for the Father to say this, and for me, let's say I'm a Libra scale, not Zodiac, Libra scale. One of them four monstrous individuals in the four corners of the world. But an angel, of course. Testing the waters, not mine, yours. So, you know, I'm gonna keep this as basic as possible because I know YouTube is not gonna play it. So, but anyway, he said everything, everybody, and the energy shift, y'all. I'm telling you, even if it was excommunicado, not saying God did it, Satan could have did anybody. It's just like Job. My story just like Job now. It's exactly like Job. I'm saying I done been through, it been good, it been great humans did me wrong in this situation. It been angels do me wrong in this situation. But it's all just a test. But he did all that Not only for what I'm saying as in a human standard, but as a human standard to put me on a platform where everybody can see. Of course, I know I'm amazed at everybody, because the music doesn't stop, just like I said it would. I know my social media ain't like everybody's social media, but it ain't like that everywhere. I can just look up somebody else's phone. I can go to any library. I can go to Walmart and look at the internet. Still look the same to me. It's just a little bit of change, a little tweaking here and there. That's it. Nothing real, nothing big. You know what I'm saying? So that lets me know for a fact y'all better stop killing change. But what my man just said, what my brother just said, he said, there's power in suffering. My God. See, if you could get past the point of I'm alone, past the point of I ain't never had nobody, past the point I ain't got no family, past the point that I'm broke, hell, past the point I ain't got an identity. I can't even work if I want to work. And you just embrace the suffering, it does something to the inside of you. It wakes something up in the inside of you. If you are a person that's trying to get woke, that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. And you know what I get to see out of this situation? Like I tell people, if you're trying to find a loved one, find yourself first. Love yourself first. Make sure you can hold your own first. Because if you can hold your own, you are finally an empress and an emperor. One. That's why if you call somebody an empress, they also an emperor too. You call somebody an emperor, they also an empress too. That's really what that means. They're both in one party. Some of y'all claiming it, but you got somebody taking care of you. You got to get on your knees to get something. You ain't really an empress or an emperor. You was a high vibration karmic. Probably came from a family with a silver spoon in your mouth. You really don't count. Your mama and daddy might be an empress and an emperor, but you are not. Excuse me, move out the way, please. Now that we done got you out the way and you got to find yourself, it's going to take you at least 5 years. I told my flame that. She said, how can we get, God said, when you stop everything. I said, and since I done been down that road where you refusing to go, I know for a fact, at a minimum, it's going to take you 5 years. At a minimum. And that's what really going sweat and blood and tears down. Just to get here. And I know you ain't going to do that for me. It's a slim chance you'll do that for me. It's a 1% chance you'll do that for me, or any man for that matter. Because the drug, at this rate, you done been on the drugs so long, you need them. And let me tell y'all something else. I want to say this earlier and it slipped my mind. When you done been on drugs that long, you can heal. You can heal from anything. But when you trying to heal from something, you must understand you finna suffer. It don't matter if you're an angel, half angel, a demon, a devil, Satan, don't matter who you is, what kind of vessel. You could be a high vibrational being of any type of sort. You got to go through that void of pain and suffering. It's power in suffering. You think I'm missing something when somebody don't come to me like they supposed to? Confirmation. No. They're missing something. They're missing something. I'm not missing anything. They're missing something. I'm telling you, every female just about in my life that actually act like they were finna come to me, somehow got stuck. They ride by here every day, y'all. I don't care if they're across the country. They'll fly ships over here. Make sure I'm still in the same place. You must understand that I'm only here for a mission. Once this mission over, you wasting your time because you going to see me grow. I done this too many times before. I done went through these missions too many times before. I went through these missions too many times before. And all that happened is, I can give you a small example. When I told you when I went through this, when God showed me this gift when I was young with 5 gangsters. And boy, did they do me wrong. And I had to get, I failed the test really. I got back, I shift gears, and we went to seeing who was the most gangsterous. Shit, let me just put it that way. But I still kind of passed the test though, but I failed it as well. But anyway, God gave me what he was promising me. And the people who was trying to hold me down, man, I gained so much in money, power, and respect. All 5 of them had to come to me and apologize at the same time. together. They don't even deal with one another. They came to me together. And we sat out in the park and said, what y'all want? What's up, man? I thought we was finna go ahead, go all out like in the movies. They were like, nah, man, we just want to apologize. And I didn't know. I could tell now by the way they was talking, my family members put it together. Cause I'm going through the same thing now, just at in a huge, more different way. But anyway, I blossom so big, and then as I blossom, these clowns, they were so foolish. They literally thought when I come up, they go down. So they always preyed on me secretly, talking about once he fall off, we gotta make sure he stay fall off. Because if he get back up, we gonna fall off. That ain't not how it work. Yeah, I wish you go somewhere and read a book, and that's when you just done, bro. When you thinking like that, stick a fork in you if you can get a fork in you, cause you already overcooked. I hope you two play this. You already overcooked. Get out the skillet already. You're burnt to a crisp. Literally. But I advise everybody to stand on your own, which you ain't gonna do, I'm just saying. That's my advice if you truthfully want to find a good, if I wanted to find a good lover, at the peak I'm at now, I can go find anybody and turn them into a good lover. If I wanted to, I'm not going through that. I got too much self-control over myself to even worry about it. Cause see, that's the power. That's one of the perks in it. Once you get to this degree, even if you got parents to help you, you're gonna be able to stand tall enough and look at your parents in the eye and say, I don't even need it. I don't have as much money as you, but this is how much I got. This is what I got, and it's enough for me to live. But thank you anyway. And they gonna look at you in a whole different manner. Might even start willing stuff to you. For real. Find yourself first. But see, the problem is with that is some of y'all can't do that because you are literally binded. I told somebody the other day, I was telling some people the other day, or I said it in my lecture. If you want to know if you binded or not, and you can't tell if you binded or not, try to get out of the situation. I don't care if it's a lustful situation, try to quit it. If you find yourself shaking at the knees and you just got to go back, well, guess what? You're binded. Pick your ship. Is it going to be Noah or Hades? But you're binded. You find yourself not being able to quit something, even if it's because of your business, that's even worse. That's why I tell people, if you don't want to be job scared, get multiple businesses. Or have multiple jobs. That's how we used to have to do it. We poor people around here. I'm just telling you how the poor people had to function and work. I'm not telling you to do this. This is what we gotta do. We better have 2 or 3 jobs, because it's a guarantee that we're gonna get fired from one of them. A guarantee, and it's gonna be on Christmas. But you always got the other 2. I just got tired of working 2 or 3 jobs and started building businesses. And then the money started making up while I lost it from the job. And I said, well, I should have did this a long time ago, but it's what better time to start? What better time to start? But my advice to everybody out there, because now, at least we're moving up though. Now I can tell that we all having a problem with relationships. That's gonna always happen as long as we got these sneaky routes. That's gonna always continue. As long as we got these crazy ass sneaky routes, I'm gonna tell you something. If you ever really want to truly quit something like that got you binded, you better go to God for real, and not just imitate it. Not just play like you love God, because any person that truly love God ain't gonna play no role like that. Ain't gonna take no role like that. It been times in my life that I even felt like God wanted me to go down these roads. But that's when I knew the 2 Lamborghini cars was right there, and I could not tell the difference between God and Satan. And that's when I had to go to that Bible. And right there in bold print, it tells you, Shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that, shouldn't do this. And somehow, some way, these people done funded me all the way, done did great by me in every way, but this way right here, this is the only way they want me to go sideways in, and just somehow, some way, it goes against the Bible. Now you see, I'm in a better position right here sitting in this room with nothing to eat, nobody to see, and no identity than you are with all that money. Now you see. Why do I say that? Because my soul is at peace. I live dead in the slum in the hood, and well, you know, it is what it is, but I'm still at peace. How is that possible? It's peace in my whole neighborhood because of that. I know I done left this place one time. All the birds left with me, and the crows and the buzzards stayed here. It was so many crows and buzzards, it looked just like supernatural, just reapers everywhere. And I heard grown people whispering, including my parent, that we gotta hurry up, get him back. We gotta hurry up. If he stay gone, we all gonna die. We living off of him. That shit country as hell, that you just ignorant. The energy is warped because you stole something that don't belong to you. Now, if you can only rewarp it, if you had the kahunas to be a man or be a woman and to fix it yourself, the energy will rewarp itself. And then I can leave and the birds will stay here with you. Instead of the crows and the buzzards looking at you, waiting on your death. Why ain't we watching the energy, ladies and gentlemen? That's what we all need to be telling ourselves. Y'all ain't giving me nothing. Why am I coming on here risking my life to tell y'all how to better yourselves? Obviously, God wants you to keep yourself out of hell. God go above and beyond for his children. That's how much he loves us. Why can't we even apply ourselves? What's keeping us from applying ourselves? The fact that you gotta be on your knees for $1? Really? So you mean tell me you ain't learned how to work yet? So you mean tell me, I know people. I mean, I ain't even gonna go there. That's a whole different story. We're not gonna go there. We're gonna keep it as biblical as possible. But that's the difference between poverty class and the rest of the classes. We don't have a choice. It don't matter if we robbing each other, sacrificing each other, and taking money from one another. The ones who done stole riches from everybody act like they broke it than us. They still live the same way, still act the same way, if not worse. And now they contaminated in every way. And they sick and feeling worse. It just wasn't worth it. But yeah, that's what God told me. He said, I'm gonna place you in a situation where the whole world gonna see your brilliance. And that's what made me feel comfortable, because my grandparents had me in something that, well, I gotta get married just to have anything. That's why my identity truthfully got took, I feel like, even though everybody stole it. But God told me that I would have it whether I got somebody or not. So I'm gonna lean on God. You get what I'm saying? So I have a good time. I know how to cook for myself, clean for myself, wash my own clothes, fix my own cars, build my own cars, build my own home, fix my own home, fix my own plumbing, fix my own roof, hell, patch my own roof. It goes on and on and on. I'm too good. Maybe for you. Even for you. There's nothing I can't do. God built me bulletproof. That's why I gotta thank God for my parents. I gotta thank God for all this stuff that they done to me, because it made me so strong that not only do I not need you, but I don't need the identity or nothing. It don't get no brilliant than that, y'all. Don't get no marvelous than that. But yeah, for real, the people who have passed me over and skipped me over, it's like they attached to me, cords everywhere. If I had to sit down and cut cords all day, I wouldn't really get to meditate and pray. I have to meditate and pray that these cords get cut all day long, every day, just about. These people follow me like, I ain't never even touched flesh to flesh with these people. That's how you know you're a part of a family tree. I'll ask a guy today, how many people was in a family tree? The, 1,000 came to my head, but I don't know if that's it or not. It might not be that. But I've been seeing the number 1,000 lately. All day, actually. But, so, I would take it that, like I said, most of the time the people who attack me are my family tree and didn't know it. So when I find out that you attacking me, I hurry up and detach from you. Rather you still attacking me, and somehow, some way you still attacking me. Why? Because you stole my identity. You stole who I am. You think you me at this point. You are foolish. You are grown people acting like kids. I'm not gonna put me back together. You gonna put me back together. Otherwise, I'm just gonna find another identity and go under the radar, and you ain't never gonna see me again. As soon as this mission is complete and God say, okay, it's done, and I can move on, that's it, I'm going ghost. Because at the end of the day, my job is to fix this family. Somehow, some way, something supposed to fix something. As messy as it seemed to be, some good supposed to come out of this. And I know it will. I know it is. And I know a lot of things are being taken care of, but y'all, this stuff is so deep. It's so many high-powered people in this. I already knew I had to take a few seats. All I do, though, I thank God that somehow, some way, I thank God my purpose is so great. As horrific as it seemed to be, and as bad as it seemed to be, and messy as it seemed to be, somehow, some way, I gotta thank God that it's so great. And let me tell you something else. When God put me through these emotions and swings, and when God put me through these positions, and God want me, he let's say it is a couple or somebody I'm supposed to get with, especially like my flame. He make me go through these processes. That goes for you too. If you're not going through it, we both got to go through it. We both must show each other that we love each other through the spiritual first before we even get together. Y'all call it traditional, but if it's so traditional and if it's so in the past and nobody use it no more, why is the astro still doing it? Why is the spiritual realm still doing it? Even with the person you with now, if you're not with the oil you're supposed to be with, the spiritual realm went out their way to upgrade that person you with just so you can at least have peace while you with them. I tell you, bro, I stay in the spiritual more than I stay in the physical. I ain't got no choice. I ain't got nobody in the physical. What I'm gonna stay here for? The only thing that got me in the physical today is the draw. That's all I do. Otherwise, I take my tail over there to the spiritual. I stay in the spiritual, being nosy. So, my advice to y'all out there, because y'all always looking for a love. I'm so sick of that. I be glad when y'all find somebody and sit down. I be glad when I can come out and people say, man, I got this franchise. Man, I got this business. Man, I just created this. Man, I just created that. I'm so sick of the fact that somebody can be with a lover, be with a beautiful family, and looking for another lover. I'm trying to find my love. There's people that got a beautiful family, got lovers, the lovers seem like the love is good, and they still on tarot looking for another lover. I know it to be facts because my flame was sitting in the house with me, and we were the best thing that should have been together. And she was still looking on tarot. She told me to my face, I'm trying to find my king. Is it you? That's all she would say. I'm trying to find my king. They said I was going to get blessed with a Jesus Christ. Is it you? I was surprised that she had to ask the question. I said, you find anybody better than me yet? You done been with this many men. Is any of them better than me yet? Have you ever met something such as good as me yet? So you mean to tell me you're going to leave me and sleep with 10,000 more people and not find me and not notice that I was here yet? Still asking the same question. I'm waiting on my king. You can't find your king. Your king is not going to come to you until you filter yourself, until you cleanse yourself, until you rebirth yourself, until you show God you truly love yourself. Ain't nobody coming to pick you up. It's over. You are with your king or your queen when you keep putting that shit in your system. You with your king or your queen when you keep getting on your knees to do whatever you're doing for $1. That is your king or your queen. That is your savior. Because you gave up on God. That's your idol. Them idols you worshiping. Because you believe that them idols could get you from point A to point B faster than God can. You don't have enough faith and enough courage to live off God's plan. Because guess what? You got to go back to where you started. With no makeup, none of that expensive stuff. In the room of your parents' house, probably like me. And you got to sit there and you got to make up with humiliation to the utmost highest degree. Humiliation, you got to embrace humiliation to the point where it's no longer humiliating thee. It's actually building you a better version of yourself. Now, amen.